Well, quality sports fans out there, and welcome to Hot Seat Sports Talk, and we are back. Nice to see you guys.
It's been a while.
It's been a week.
I
But
saw you guys like
It's
an
a
hour
long
ago.
week.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I saw you like
An
10
hour
minutes
ago.
ago.
We have a lot to talk about today, so let's get into it. Eagles pick up Nick Foles' $20 million option, and Foles pays the $2 million buyout.
All right.
So what this means is the Eagles picked it up, right?
Okay.
Eagles picked up his $20 million option for next year,
Yes.
and Foles paid $2 million to buy out. So he's out of the contract.
So this means next season he could be a free agent. Is that what that means, or
They can
Yeah.
trade him now.
they can trade him?
He's
They can-
tradable.
He's tradable.
Wow,
He's
that could be
tradable
huge
now.
for them. They could get an asset for him if a team really needs a quarterback.
Yes.
Where do you think he's going to go?
Question is, who needs a quarterback? I mean,
Jacksonville needs one.
That's a viable option.
Miami needs one.
If they don't look for one in the draft, yes.
All three Florida teams need one.
That would be a
Even
really
Tampa,
good
yeah.
look if the Dolphins went for
For Nick
a
Foles,
somewhat decent quarterback. And I think Nick Foles would be a good fit for that.
I think Nick Foles would be great fit anywhere. Honestly,
Hi, Hunter.
Denver? Maybe.
Possibly.
possibly. I say they
Detroit.
should see what Case Keenum does next year. If he
Yeah.
sucks again next season, then they'll probably look at him. If
Or
he's not already
Detroit.
gone. Again, we
And
need to
Stafford.
look at that.
That one's
we
a
need
little
to.
shaky.
Yeah.
We still need to, because I think Stafford, he just needs another season.
Or they can re-sign Foles. Maybe he might take a pay cut and he'll trade once.
That would be.
I don't think the city of
Crazy.
Philly would like that.
Either way, Philly's going to end up with a pretty decent quarterback.
Pretty good starter, yeah, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. Michigan and Michigan State, they don't look like powerhouses as they did in the beginning of the year for basketball. Michigan State's obvious. Michigan, you could tell on some nights, right? I mean, it's State especially.
I'll say State for sure. I'm not going to lie. I did expect a little bit more out of them after what happened last year. They had a really good season.
That was the
last
most
year.
overhyped Michigan State basketball team.
Last year?
Yeah, been a long time.
I
It
wouldn't
was
say
so
it
overhyped.
that much overhyped.
I think they were looking to do better than
They're
the
overhyped
previous.
now too.
Now I would say
Well, now they were overhyped because their defense, yeah, but
I mean, really, you lose to Indiana and Illinois in the
It's
same week? That's
not
terrible.
good.
That's not good. Michigan, they've lost 2 games, but it's
they weren't the best losses.
but they're only winning by 2 against Minnesota, and they got blown out by Iowa. the other
Iowa
night.
always causes Michigan trouble no matter what.
And yet, State goes into Iowa and they beat them by 20.
Yeah, but
So, and State lost to Nebraska too. So I don't know. State's got to do something to go forward. They have to.
if they both want to really do damage in the NCAA tournament, they both
Yes.
have to
Well, as
step
of
it up.
now, they're both 2 seeds
They
in the
both need-
projected bracketology.
I'm going to put Duke and Michigan making it pretty far.
Wow.
And Michigan State, I'd give them at least Sweet
Final
16.
Four.
Wow.
Elite Eight.
I can agree on the
They have, as of right now, they have State and Gonzaga's bracket on
Yeah.
Gonzaga's side.
Yep.
I can't wait for
Michigan.
bracket time. Ooh,
Yeah, we got about a month.
that'll be good.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time. So, meanwhile, something that's running out of time is the trade deadline and the pros.
Literally running
Yes.
out of time.
Yes. Will Davis get moved?
No.
As we were talking about before.
I agree, Eric. I don't think he'll get moved either.
Hmm.
I think any team is willing to
With
take
the-
the trade.
With the little debate that we had not that long ago, I'm going to have to agree with you here. It's coming too close. He's just going to have to sit out the rest of the year.
And he's going to go. They had on ESPN trades that we want to see. They said they wanted Davis to go with San Antonio for DeMar DeRozan and DeJounte Murray.
Oh shoot.
That's a bad trade if you're the Spurs.
Yeah.
Especially
Because you get Davis for like what, 2 months, 3 months, and then he's gone.
Yep.
And you give up DeRozan, who's your future. That's not a good trade. Pistons are active though.
Oh, they've been active.
Yeah.
They trade away Reggie Bullock to the Lakers and Sally Johnson to Milwaukee, who's getting moved again, I hear.
To the Pelicans. To the Pelicans, yes.
Yes. Pistons made a good move by getting rid of Sally Johnson. No, because his contract was, not great. He didn't play great either.
Mm. Not from what
Reggie
we were
Bullock, that's
expecting.
an iffy move. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. He can be a clutch 3-point shooter in times when we need him, but
We got
I'll-
Sidai Movai.
I think they're looking more for the future. But yeah, we got Mikhail Luke from
Mikhail
the
Luke.
Lakers. He's
And a
pretty
future
good
pick.
guard.
And a future pick.
That'll be good for us too.
And the 76ers get Tobias Harris.
Huge
And they get
move.
Mike Scott and Boban.
Boban and Tobias travel
Harrison,
together.
Yeah,
And
They always
Boban,
travel
they're
together.
going everywhere together.
Tobias could be good for the 76ers, especially for a backup from Jimmy Butler, or even a potential starter if they want to.
Ben Simmons, J.J. Redick,
Jimmy Butler,
Tobias,
Joel.
and Joel Embiid. Yep. Their odds to win the East doubled when that trade happened.
It's looking really better now. And Tobias has always been a good round player, no matter what. You can always expect something out of him.
Mhm.
Your Clippers have nobody now.
They're rebuilding, but
Yeah.
That's the
They
rebuilding
got
phase.
Landry Shamp, Wilson Chandler, and Mike Muska. And
Wilson Chandler's
a
not
lottery 2020 first round pick, a 2020 first, 2021 second, and a 2023 second round.
they really are rebuilding.
They got a lot of picks.
Yep.
Coming 4 or 5 years, I should say.
Yeah, in the next coming years.
When they do get some good picks up there, like higher up in the draft, I feel like that's when they're gonna really
Take
Oh,
off.
no.
hammer in and please no.
We went over that
Just going
last
on
year.
Lakers.
We went over that last year, and the Wizards got.
This
Bobby,
is an interesting move.
They got Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker in a 2023 second round pick from the Bulls for Otto Porter.
I think that's huge because Otto Porter is a very good 3-point shooter.
Yes.
Very good 3-point
Yes.
shooter.
Yep.
And then for the Wizards, everything's pretty much going bad for them. John
Yeah.
Wall having to be out the rest of the year
He
pretty
slipped
much.
and fell and tore his Achilles.
At his home.
Yes, he did.
At his home.
Yes, he did.
And then Dwight Howard just isn't even playing either.
I forgot he was even on.
He's starting to fall off.
He fell
The
off.
Wizards are falling
He
off.
fell off when he left the Lakers.
I mean, his name is
Yeah.
still out there, but it's like it's not as out there as it was when he
No.
went to the dunk contest. I feel like that's what really got his name out there. Just his size, his length, his strength.
His ability to play.
Yeah, just
Especially when he was on the Magic.
athleticism.
Especially when he was on the Magic.
Mhm.
That was huge for him.
So now it's time to talk about the.
Aaron, wake up, buddy.
Ah, what?
Wake up, wake up.
Am I still
You're about
watching
to
the
talk-
Super Bowl?
No, you're about to talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's snooze fest, right? Oh my God. Okay, Super Bowl 53. New England wins again, 13-3.
Basically,
That game was terrible.
none of our predictions were right at all.
Hey,
We
I got
got
the coin
point-
toss
yeah,
right.
so did
Okay,
I.
we're talking about the actual game wise, like high scoring affairs. It's gonna be close games. It's gonna come down to
Hey,
the
I
wire.
had the under. You had the under?
I
Am I the only
predicted-
one that had the over?
Yeah.
Yes, you
I
did.
sucked at predictions.
I did. Who predicted the Star Spangled Banner? Who predicted the anthem? What was it? Were we over?
What was it? 2 minutes?
Yeah, it was 2 minutes.
It was 2 minutes and 1
I
second.
predicted under, and it was over.
Did we go over?
Yeah, we went
We
over.
went over at the party.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Stinking betting.
I don't remember.
So
take
here's
one of these.
here's try to break this game down. New England. It was a boring. It was just. It was a great punting show.
Defensive.
Great
Defense,
punt.
defense,
Fan-
defense.
Fantastic punting.
Yes.
Punting again.
Fantastic.
Hunter,
some pretty
Johnny
punts.
Hecker almost friggin'
He
he
said-
had the longest punt in Super Bowl history, right?
Yep, 65 yards. So, LA did play great. They played terrible, and that team, it looked like they were not ready yet.
No.
It looked like golf was scared to throw the ball deep down the field.
I
And
feel
when
like-
he did,
He got picked.
he got picked. Or it was contested and bad play.
Yeah, I mean he's just making 5-yard passes that are not picking things up. You know?
Nobody knows for sure if Gurley was
One-
injured or not, but I feel like if he
Something's
was
gonna
100%,
come out. Something's gonna come out in the offseason that said
Oh,
he
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
The
But
Patriots,
one
He
red
needed
zone.
more touches.
one red zone,
One red zone trip in the entire game.
and it was.
New England's
New
touchdown.
England, their touchdown, so the show.
I was watching ESPN and they talked about how to prepare against the Rams, the Patriots basically did all zone defense, and that basically threw them off because that was their weakness
I
for
also-
the Rams.
I
Was
also
playing
think-
against zone defense.
I also heard they asked Belichick after the game. He gave credit to. I was surprised when I read it. They gave credit to the Lions and Patricia
For their
because
defense.
they watched the film of Detroit when they played LA and they were the first team to
Detroit's
actually
defense.
slow them down
Yeah.
because the Rams
They played
when they came into Detroit, they just came off the bye, and after that 54-51 game, they looked like they were unstoppable. The Lions held to 30, and it should have been like 20, but they got crap
Oh, yeah.
points at the end. But he gave credit because they watched their film and they helped break down LA's offense, and it worked. It absolutely worked. I mean, it was a bad way to end the year.
It just wasn't. Everybody was expecting so much hype, and it just left it. It was just all defensive. It was a defense.
Lowest scoring in Super Bowl history.
Definitely.
It was, well, now we have a little bit of time for the draft because the draft's in April.
Yes.
And so once that gets closer, we will get talking about football again. But for now, we are done, and let's go to the NBA. Right? Friday, New York's at Detroit.
I'm pretty sure Detroit and New York just played recently in the
They-
week, and Detroit won.
Yes, they did. They
Yep.
won in the Garden.
They won at the Garden, yes.
So now they're coming home to the LCA.
Especially with New York being all,
Messed up now?
yeah. I think Detroit
They got
has
DeAndre
this.
Jordan now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I got Detroit winning this one.
I do as well.
Detroit.
All right.
Denver at Philly.
Denver is playing great at this point.
Uh-huh.
They really are. They're playing great. Jokic is playing great. Jamal Murray is playing out of his mind. Like, he's shooting the ball great. Gary Harris is another. He's a starter, but he's more like a role player. That's a starter.
Maybe like a 6-9.
But he's a starter. He's playing great. Their bigs are playing great. Philly's. Is Tobias Harris starting this game or playing this game?
Don't know if he's going to start. I'm pretty sure both of them are going to end up playing at some point.
Okay.
Whether it's on 1 minute or a whole quarter, something's going to happen.
Even
They
though-
got to get them in.
Even though Philly's playing great, I give it to Denver on the road. They wanted to throw Golden State from that 1 seed this year. They do.
I don't know if that'll happen though. Golden
Everybody
State's
wants
looking.
to take
They're
them out the 1 seed.
they're half a game out of first place. So I give it to Denver.
Philadelphia at home. They just, I don't want to be that guy, but it's just star talent on Philadelphia. I don't think you can match that.
You have a 6'10" guard,
Yeah, 6'10" guard.
Ben Simmons, and then you
Yes.
have Joel Embiid. Now
Yes.
Boban's there.
And now they
Tobias Harris is there to shoot now. So
JJ
they've got-
Redick's bench
And
shooting.
JJ Redick
JJ
is a
Redick's
shooter.
They've got so many
And then you
offensive
have
tools
Embiid
now.
who can shoot threes.
Embiid can shoot 3s too.
Yeah,
Everybody but Ben Simmons.
they are turning into an offensive unit.
They are. They're turning. It's. If I had to predict right now who's going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's going to be. It's my guess is Milwaukee and Philly.
Yeah,
That's my prediction.
That'd be a good one.
If it's not Philly, it's Boston.
I don't know about Boston. I'd say that Milwaukee's got a better chance with Giannis.
Pistons.
I wish.
I wish to.
I just hope they make the playoffs.
Me too.
Philadelphia is just getting bigger and bigger.
And
When they were the
Literally,
worst
not
team,
like, not their name like being out there. They're
Their
literally
size.
getting bigger.
their energy and momentum and everything around that city is building.
Yes.
They're like, the city feels like, okay, the Flyers are okay. You know, the
Eagles had a good year.
Eagles had a good year.
could have been better.
Fell
But
off.
Could have been better, but we made the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, the Phillies are just trash. And
For now.
so now they go back to the Sixers. And remember 2, 3,
They were
4 years
horrible.
ago, they
Yeah.
only won like 10 games?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Now look
They
at them.
rebuilt. And that's what happens when you rebuild. And
So we
be
can probably see
patient.
the Clippers become that team.
That's what I'm hoping for with all these picks that they got.
Oh, definitely.
Build someone up, make someone better.
You just have to be patient and look for the right players. And
They were getting older.
Yep.
That's kind of a big thing.
Chris Paul.
They didn't have enough young guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Minnesota at New Orleans. Now with all the stuff that's going around New Orleans right now, they're hosting Minnesota, who's
With
not playing.
no Anthony possibly.
Not playing. Just not playing.
Minnesota because of Anthony Towns.
I'll agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Minnesota.
D
will
Rose
win.
is coming back, kind of. He's
He
kind of
has a better offensive presence than he did in years past, after his MVP performance.
Yeah, I mean it's not as good as it used to be,
No.
But they'll take it.
Oh yeah,
They'll take it.
it's not 2011 D Rose, but they'll definitely take it. So, in terms of this game, I'm going with Minnesota.
Yep. Minnesota.
Minnesota. Saturday, San Antonio at Utah, who just lost on Wednesday night, 141 to 102 to Golden State.
That was not good.
I think DeRozan.
Everybody kept turning
DeRozan
the
and
ball over.
Aldridge sat out for
load man. Yep.
I'm sick of that. That's crap.
And then the people that were playing kept turning over the ball. Like Rudy Gay freaking sucked in that game. I'm sorry, but he kept turning the ball so many times and taking stupid shots. Like, bro, you're not the star. Be smart.
I know.
That was
They
making
have,
me upset.
and you know maybe this. I don't know.
And their
I
defense
don't know
was
if the
hard.
Spurs will move Gasol at the deadline.
Maybe.
It's rumored that they are going to, but I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know who we would get. Get Boban. Get Boban back.
Imagine.
Get him back. Yes. But they're going to Utah. Utah's coming back. At the beginning of the year, they're like
Slowly.
yeah. They're like in 7th place right now in the West. So
They're right in the middle.
San
Yeah.
Antonio. They're After coming off the game of Portland, I'm going to give it to them. Spurs.
I'm sticking with the Spurs here.
I'll just make it different and pick Utah.
Oh, okay. I knew you were going to pick that.
Unpredictable.
Easily. The LA Clippers, who are just a dumpster fire right now.
Well, except for Lou Williams.
Yeah, except that. They're going to Boston.
I think this will be a good game, though.
Yeah,
It'll be
it's going
hard
to be close.
I think it's going to be big not having Boban or Tobias there. I think that's going to make
Especially Tobias.
Tobias made more of an
Tobias
impact
was a
than
starter.
Boban.
Tobias was a starter. He's a good
Oh
solid
yeah,
player.
it's
Absolutely.
gonna. That's pretty much gonna give Boston an even bigger advantage than they already had.
Also,
Boston's got a ton
Harold
of
was not
players.
nowhere. Oh yeah, Boston. I'm gonna pick Boston in this matchup.
I've got to go with Boston.
Boston.
This
Hey.
game.
Saturday night, primetime. Oklahoma City
Looking
and
forward
Houston.
to this.
This will be a good game.
Brody versus the Beard.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Do you think James Harden, his streak of 30 points or more, do you think it'll continue or end with this game?
And
Continue.
It'll end?
Continue. He'll drop 40 plus.
Oh man, he's crazy.
But here's the thing: Houston will not do good in the playoffs
Playoffs, I can see that happening.
because they can't rely on Harden to carry him. Where has Chris Paul been?
Always
Seriously,
injured.
where's he been? Where's Clint Capella been? Where's all the role players? Nowhere. It's just Harden. It's basically you could put Harden out there against 5 people,
He'll do something.
and he'll probably still drop 40. But the point is, they can't rely on him. He's going to drop 40, but PG and Westbrook are going to win this game. Paul George is playing great,
He's very good.
like in his prime when he was in Indiana.
This is a tough game, so I can see it going either way. I think the streak will also continue, but like you said, you can't really stop Russ and Paul George. I'm going to pick Oklahoma City.
Ooh.
I'm going with OKC.
It'll be a great game to watch, though.
Okay, see you later, Houston. Wow, surprised I didn't get ripped on for that joke. All right.
Not yet.
Before we go into men's NCAA Men's Saturday, which we have a lot. We are sponsored by FHS SWAT and the Broadcast Club. And FHS SWAT team, I'd like to remind you, just be safe on the roads. Don't text, don't drive, just wait till you get home. You can check Instagram, Facebook, anything. You can wait till you get home. Don't induce the risk. So let's get into NCAA Men's Saturday. Central Michigan, 16-6. They're at number 23, Buffalo at 19-3. This game, I looked at the MAC. Central's a game and a half out of first in their division.
That's good.
Best they've played in a long time. They're going to Buffalo. They have to win this game. Fire up. They're winning this game.
What do you think, Art?
I still got to pick Buffalo.
I'm kind of.
They played. Buffalo was good in the beginning of the year. They're looking.
They're 19-3. They're still good.
Well, they're good, but they're like in the beginning of the year they're blowing
ranked.
teams out. I know, but if
I
Central
mean-
wins this game, they'll probably be ranked.
I don't know about that, but I kind of hope so because I want to see
That
another
would be-
Michigan team get in there.
The only way they can get in.
Is if they beat this team?
The only way they can get
They need a little
no,
more than that.
no, if they get into the dance, they have to win the Mid-American.
Yeah, they got to win all of it.
And Toledo's good, and so is Bowling Green.
I don't know. In this game,
Fire up.
a win is a win. No matter if they blow out or not, I think Buffalo's going to win it. I'm sorry, but
Wow.
I can just.
Central haters. All right, another Michigan team. Minnesota 16-7, going to number 9 Michigan State 18-5.
Michigan State.
They have to win this game.
It's just like football.
State needs to pick up.
They need to pick up the pace.
Don't even bring up football. That was bad.
I mean,
We got a good recruiting class coming
sitting
in.
at
We're good.
18-5 though is still really good.
Still really good, but I mean.
There's
it's
a
just-
lot of schools that would
they're-
kill to have that.
Didn't they just lose
Yes.
3 in a row? Isn't that what happened with State? 3
Yeah.
in a row?
Yep.
They need to end
just
that
need to-
streak.
They're
need to
snapping
win.
it. They're winning this.
Yeah, I'll give it to Michigan State.
Yep. And then, about an hour or so away at the Chrysler Center, Wisconsin number 19. They're 17-6. They're going to Michigan number 7, 21-2.
Wisconsin and Michigan.
Wisconsin beat them
Oh.
earlier
They did.
in the year. They won by 10.
It's always a good matchup. for
And they're going to
Wisconsin.
get it done again. They have great shooters. They have great rebounders. They just took away Michigan's offense last time they played them. But it's going to be challenging because they're going to Ann Arbor.
And you don't think Michigan's going to have a better game plan from last time they played?
They could.
Both teams are. Both teams
sure.
have to watch the film of what just happened, because I'm willing to bet that both teams are going to run the same offense, but they're just going to change up a few of their plays, a few different looks.
For specific players, yeah.
Defenses are going to change, and that's going to have to change how
I
the
bet
offense
zone's going to
plays.
be played in a little bit this game. I bet zone will be played.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's going to go back and forth between a man and a zone. Once they go to the zone, they've got to really make sure that they cover up all of the passing lanes, because Wisconsin will shoot the ball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
When they press, if they press, I think they should.
Oh, they definitely will.
Because you got to bring some kind of pressure into this game. It'll
Yeah,
speed
slow
up
it down, get the
everybody
defense
else.
all set up, yeah.
Both teams should run a press in this game, because I don't know how well either team's going to be able to handle it. As long as they make the right reads on the passes, take away some of the passing lanes, this could be a really good game.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it'll be a great game.
It will be. But not as good as this next one.
Oh,
20-2, number 2, Duke. At number 3, Virginia at 20-1. Virginia's only loss is to Duke. We'll
it's going
start
to be a
with you.
great rematch.
I think this is going to be the same story that I had for the Michigan-Wisconsin game. Watch the film, figure out how to stop some offenses.
Stop Zion, honestly.
If you take away Zion, you take away Duke.
Not the whole team.
You gotta
take away
Zion.
A big chunk.
You take a
But not
huge
the whole
chunk
team
away.
because they played. Remember they played. Was it Virginia?
I'll
When
say-
he got
State.
poked in the eye.
Yes.
Florida State.
No, Florida State.
They came back against Florida State. That awesome Cam Reddish shot. They can play without Duke.
They
Yeah,
can
they
play
won
without
at the
Duke.
buzzer.
Well, I mean, Zion. They could play a little bit without Zion as long as they keep their mentality together.
You take away RJ, you take away Zion, you're taking away about 80% of their scoring.
Yeah, both people. Yeah, definitely.
And that's
right.
where Virginia will capitalize.
If they can do it.
If they can do
You're
it.
going to need to put somebody big on Zion, not just a center,
No,
somebody
they need to
who
put someone
shoots
aggressive.
balls.
Yeah.
Someone that's not afraid to push and be aggressive.
Someone who's not afraid to push Zion back.
Honestly, yeah, you have to be aggressive with him, or else he'll just roll over you.
If you see Zion down there, he's an intimidating guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's huge. He's built.
Oh yeah, it's.
He's not afraid to put you on a poster.
But in terms of this, who do you got?
Duke.
Obviously,
I'm going to take Duke.
Virginia's getting their 21st win.
I want to see a shootout. I want to see a close one. I feel
Mid
like this
mid
will-
80s, 90s. That'd be a good game. That'd be a good game. And before we go, we haven't gotten an update in a while. Little Frazier update.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty good. Came off of a loss. Other than that, nobody expected us to be where we are today.
I'm sorry, but I didn't either.
I didn't. I didn't. I'm sorry.
As of right now, we're sitting 500. There's a game later tonight, which would be the day that this was recorded. Next week's coming up with the tournaments.
Yeah.
We've got a really good seating in that. I don't know if it's either 1 or 2. That's what nobody expected. I think it's the second seed. It's going to come down to, I hope, us and Tower. Warrenwood's Tower, Frazier,
Yes, sir.
1-1
Yes.
right now.
Yes. That'd be something.
1-1, top 2 teams in the MAC. But we did end with the number 1 defense in the county.
Nice.
So
Way to go.
that's phenomenal.
And you guys started what? Well, you started 1-4.
We started, yes, 1-4.
You started 1-4. Flip that for the girls team, who started 4-1, and are now
Yes.
5-7.
Guys are now 7-7.
The girls team, they're not. They're playing good, but they're just, just rotation-wise, the rotation is not great.
They started out great. I feel like as it went on, things just kind of changed. It wasn't
The mentality of that team changed.
mentality a little bit. I feel like as you
Things
start,
behind the scenes changed that we don't know about.
when you start a season off as hot as they did, things start getting there like, okay, we're good. We got to keep this up. I feel like they kept the mentality of we got to keep winning.
And they lost 1 week, 2 games by 1 point. One of them was the Lakeview.
They're
The
keeping
other
them
one was
close.
the Chippewa. They had Lancers North. They hosted. They were down 10 with 3 minutes to go. They go on a 9-0 run, and they miss a shot, and they miss a layup at the end. It's something's just got to change.
if they're in a game, they keep it close unless they're winning. If they start to win, they get their confidence up, they start going on a run. When they're down, they fight to get back and they keep it close. Sarah Shonak, great game.
Vitality, great game.
Also great game.
Grillo, great game. Big three, like I told you guys last year, or in season 1. I told you they'd be a big three. And swim team, they're getting dubs, right? Because you go to those.
Swim team, they got a big one today.
Yeah, they got a big one.
As of the day we're recording.
Yeah, they got a big one. Big one. Wrestling's doing good, so just a little Fraser update. We haven't done
They've
it in a
got
while.
districts coming up, right? Districts or states?
One of them.
I think it's districts. I was talking to a few guys, and they were talking about districts.
So that was just a Fraser update. We haven't done that in a while. So.
No, it has been a minute.
So, closing remarks, just please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram. Check out Moneyball Sportswear, Size Up Sportswear, and One Flame Sportswear.
Lots of sportswear.
Yeah, go check all 3 of them out. All of them are nice. They got really good deals.
Yes.
And once again, we are sponsored by the SWAT and Broadcast Club. And just wait. The phone can wait. You can have multiple meds, but you got one life. That's all you got. So, and St. Martin, apologies to you again. I'm sorry, we ran out of time. And until next week, guys, as always, keep it fresh.
Ah! You have to go get that. Quick, let's throw his other paper so he has to get that too. That was a little over dramatic.
It got stuck in my shoe. Oh. Brian fell on camera.
It got stuck on my shoelace, man.
Lena? Lena?
Thank you for that.
Got you.